welcome back. Today on Purposeful Living, are sponsored by Elder Care Solutions. We are taking a closer look into understanding Medicare enrollment. And here with more information is Alyssa and Phil. Thanks so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
Phil, I know you wanted to introduce Alyssa, so tell us why you wanted to bring her
This
in.
is Alyssa McGovern. She's the Director of Medicare. She's from Lawley Insurance, and she comes highly recommended from Elder Care Solutions. And so she's a Medicare specialist, and she's really up to date on all the changes that are happening in 2026. And this is a great segment because this is great for people to advocate for themselves or a loved one. And this is going to prevent you from like medical sticker shock or even like from denying yourself tests or treatments in the future.
Right.
So, you know, I think we should just start with the basics.
Okay, so explain to us what is Medicare enrollment and when it happens.
Sure. So actually, we're right in the thick of Medicare annual enrollment. It happens every year from October 15th to December 7th, and it's that annual chance to look at what you have, review it, or if you're helping a loved one, do the same. And you have to choose something for the next year by December 7th, unless you're one of the folks who are losing their plan, and then you have until December 31st.
And we'll get into that in a second, but first I want to know who actually qualifies for Medicare.
Yeah, absolutely. So typically, folks become eligible at age 65, and then once they start their journey to retirement is when they usually start looking at their Medicare options, but it's a federal program for those age 65 and over for the most part.
So what changes can you actually make during the enrollment plan, and especially this year, why is it important to look?
Yeah, that's a great question. So you can make changes to your coverage, your carrier, the type of plan you have. This year it's especially important because there's been a number of changes to networks, to plans terminating. And a lot of folks are used to that plan just rolling over. They love their plan, so they keep it. But because plans are terminating, it's important to be sure you understand what's going on with your plan and if you have to make a change.
And make sure you look at your letter.
Yes, your annual notice of change should be on your kitchen table if you haven't opened it yet. That comes every year. It'll tell you what's going on with your plan, if it's continuing, if it's changing, or if it's terminating. And if it's terminating, you do have to choose something else or you will be reverted back to original Medicare.
Okay, so, you know, there's a lot of questions when it comes to Medicare.
Sure.
There's a lot of things to consider, and it is all based on you as an individual and what your needs are. So what should you have prepared when you get on that phone call to talk to an advisor?
Absolutely. So I would always recommend sending it ahead, but at the very least bringing with you your list of doctors, prescriptions, and any upcoming things you might be expecting, like a surgery, to make sure we can tailor what we're recommending to you to those needs.
Is there a fee to consult with someone about those changes you want to make?
With us, never. So it's a free consultation. No matter what decision you make, our job is truly just to advocate for the individual in front of us or whoever's helping that individual, but no cost at all.
Alrighty. And Phil, what else did you want to know about Medicare?
You know, I want to know Advantage plans. Talk to us about Advantage plans.
Yeah, so original Medicare, you might know it as A and B, that covers your medical and hospitalization, but it only covers at 80%. So what an Advantage plan does or a supplemental plan does is kind of bridge that gap, particularly with prescription drugs, because that's not covered under original Medicare. There's so many options out there. That's why, you know, we're here at Lawley to help you navigate through that. Ultimately, though, you want to look at an Advantage or a supplement plan to bridge that gap.
Can you get just drug coverage?
You can, yep. So there are standalone drug plans as well out there, a number of options in that field as well.
What is kind of like the boilerplate of a Medicare package? What is it, a standard thing? And then I know there are certain things that are different depending on the individual and what their medical needs are.
Yeah, so of course everybody wants to know, are my doctors in network, are my prescriptions covered? And then there's things that are important to you as the individual. Maybe it's a gym membership or your extra benefits card. So, you know, we can look at that holistic package for you, but you want to make sure you understand what are your co-pays, do you have a deductible? Those are new to some of the plans this year. So truly understanding, is everything covered underneath and at a level that's affordable for you?
How can our viewers get in touch with Lawley to consult with you and figure out what plan is best for them?
Yeah, great question. So you can go to our website. We have both phone line and an email that you can reach out to us. And I would say it's a very busy year in the Medicare space, as you guys might have heard. So appointments are filling up very quickly, as with many brokers in the area. So I'd recommend looking for that letter and making sure you make an appointment as soon as you can.
Okay. What is a Medigap? What's Medigap?
Medigap, otherwise known as a supplemental plan, that's another option. So you might choose Advantage, you might choose supplemental. Supplemental, it doesn't have a network, and it can be more expensive, but folks with more chronic conditions or something like cancer might choose supplemental because it has a larger variety of benefits for something like that.
And does coverage happen in New York? Like, there's a lot of snowbirds.
Yeah, great question.
So-
Yep, so supplemental, there is no network. You can use that wherever. Again, it's more of a cost typically. On an Advantage, you can choose an HMO or a PPO. PPO will help you have a larger network. So really what folks are doing, they're looking at what's my priorities, what am I willing to pay for, and what fits me best in those type of plans. There's
Can
all
you just
kinds of
go over
options.
briefly PPO?
Sure. PPO means that you have a larger network, so snowbirds often choose that, whereas HMO is a tighter network, usually locally.
All righty. Thank
Great.
you so much. Great information here. We
Absolutely.
know this is a time that is important, especially this year, paying
Definitely.
attention to those and making sure you have all the information to make an informed decision for you, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you both so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Viewers, if you'd like to work with Alyssa's team and better understand the Medicare enrollment period, you can contact them at the phone number or email right there on your screen. This Purposeful Living segment is sponsored by Elder Care Solutions. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you.